The reason I chose Roundup Ready last year was primarily for probably ease of management. I can stick to my sowing dates, dry sow, and then do the first knockdown in the crop. Also, the other thing is primarily yield. You know, if you look at the MVTs the last 5 years, Roundup Readies are always that sort of 300 to 500 kilograms grain yield a hectare above the TTs, which are the other standard around here. In the trial paddock, the Roundup Ready out-yielded the TT by 300 kilograms, which it needs to. Like, it needs to be, for every tonne per hectare of TT, the Roundup Ready needs to be at least 60 kilograms above that, just to offset that price differential we're getting at the end point. The other thing that was a real standout was the oil. The oil of the Roundup Ready, the Y25, was, you know, probably averaged 47.1 in that paddock, and the TT was 42.4 oil. So in our trial area, the total gain, you know, gross income of the Roundup Ready over that TT was 85 bucks on yield and 84 on oil. So yeah, sort of about 169, close to 170 bucks a hectare gross income total gain. I would grow Roundup Ready again. Yeah, absolutely. Certainly we want to be careful with the stewardship of Roundup going forward. You know, we're trying to farm sustainably for the long term. But, you know, it's interesting, you actually probably use less sprays in a Roundup Ready system. Admittedly, you are focusing on glyphosate, but I think as long as we're careful and sort of spread the rotation of it within our paddocks, you know, I don't see why it can't be a useful tool going forward. So that's the value for me, is you know, using that knockdown in the crop. I feel like I'm maximising the genetics of what are the top yielding varieties in our area. I mean, one other thing, the vigour. Vigor's been huge for me as a reason why I chose Roundup Ready last year. I mean, and that's what we're trying to do across all our rotation, is grow our crops vigorously in the autumn going into winter, and you know, we see that as a major weed control tool, really. So we sold our GM canola grain into Geelong. One buyer in through the terminal there, and another buyer just in town there. We got 505 for the majority of our Roundup canola, $505 a tonne, and that probably compared at the time as about 30 bucks less than the non-GM price. So, you know, I was comfortable with that. I think we've known over the last 5 years that, yeah, the difference can be anywhere between 30 and maybe even 20 and 50 bucks, depending on when you're marketing your grain. So yeah, we'll probably try and be a bit clever about when we market our grain in coming years. Now we've got a bit of confidence about what the farm can produce, and yeah, I certainly wouldn't be put off by a bit of the extra seed cost and the discount, because you certainly make that up on yield and oil alone. And of course, the other thing to remember is 2 in-crop sprays are about 16 bucks a hectare combined, whereas, you know, the TT sprays are, you know, probably close to double that.